Hey guys, Bill Soriano here. It's Friday about 2:15 p.m. I want to do a little overview, a weekly recap or so for the week here. And I know that the market's still open, but because of all the news this morning, there's really not much that we can do, and it's going to close in a couple hours here anyway, so we don't want to take no trades. But I do want to show you these trades from this weekend. And I got to tell you, there were a lot of winning trades, and I don't even have a losing trade here marked up. There were a lot of winning trades. I don't have all of them here for you. I have quite a few of them from this week. And I want to make sure you understand that this strategy does not win all the time. Okay. From my testing on it over the last couple months or so on the 15-minute time frame, it wins about 50 to 52 or 53% of the time. And so as long as your risk to reward is at least a 1 to 2, you're going to make lots of money. With a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio, you can make money even if you only win 4 trades out of 10. So only 40% of the time, right? So the 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio works fine with this strategy with right around a 50% win rate. Okay. I'm going to show you wins here from this week, but like I said, that's not the way it always is. Okay. The other thing is our community does have a couple different indicators. They're proprietary indicators. You have to join our company to become there are community indicators. And so you have to join our company to get access to these community indicators. They don't cost anything additional as long as you join our company. But this one that I'm using now is the multi-time frame one. So this one will not print a trade idea unless the other time frames align the same way. So in this case here, we're going bearish. I have this set so that the 15-minute, the 30, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour time frame are aligned. Okay. And it basically uses an EMA to determine that, just one EMA, I believe. And so as long as those time frames are aligned, this indicator will show up. Okay. So you can see here, the first one's AUD USD. It was Thursday morning, 3:30 a.m. So that's during the London Open there. And so there's our indicator coming out. And just in case you're wondering, I did remove the 55 EMA from this strategy. So that cross and close below the 55 EMA is no longer a condition for this strategy. Okay. So you can see that arrow right there is where that trade executes. That's the trade ID alert. Then when we go to the scanner to confirm this, and I just took some images here so I can show these easily. This is AUD USD. This is the candle right here. See, it was a red candle, red sniper arrow above it. There's a red sniper later line, and there is a red dashed trend line in the sniper later. Okay, so all of the conditions were met on this one. And so you can see this gets us an easy 2%, 1 to 2 risk to reward. Now, again, with our trade management plan, once you're up by 2%, you could just exit the trade if you want to. If you want to just exit the trades at 1 to 2s, that's fine. If you want to incorporate trade management, then you would want to, sell half of your position once you're up 2%, move the stop loss to break even, and then kind of trail it on the way down to see if you can get a little bit more. But at any rate, once we are up 2%, that is a winning trade. Okay. We either exit the whole thing at once up 2%, or we sell half, move the stop loss to break even, and we can't lose any money on it. Okay. So that was AUD USD. This is EUR CHF, right? See right here, Thursday, 6:30 a.m. This indicator went off. EUR CHF. Here we are right here. This is the 6:30 a.m. candle. You can see the times down here at the bottom of the chart. It doesn't show you the 6:30, but you can see that's right in between 6 and 7. And you can see there the red arrow, the red sniper arrow, and the red sniper later line, as well as the red trend line, along with some crossover dots. as well. And we could see the price is up into those upper volatility bands. That is also one of the conditions of the trade before taking a trade. The price is either it needs to either get into those bands or come very close. Okay. So that was EURCHF, and you could see this thing runs all the way down to a 1 to 5. Again, at 2%, you could just exit, or you could sell half, move the stop loss to break even, and try to get some more trailing this down here, right? The next one here, what did I show you? I showed you AUD, USD, EUR, CHF, GBP, USD. There was two of them this week in this one here. So Wednesday morning, 6:15 a.m., we had this one, right? And then Thursday morning at 3:15 a.m., we had another one. It also made a nice move down, right? So if we look at these ones, GBP USD, here's the first one right here, right? It's GBP USD. Here's our red candle, red sniper arrow, red sniper later line, red trend line, and also a crossover dot for an additional confirmation. Price was clearly up into the upper volatility bands here. Of course, after the fact, guys, after the fact, you can't really determine that because those volatility bands are going to move as price moves in your direction or against you. So that's why I don't really want to mention that too much, because at this point here, when I took this image, those volatility bands weren't where they were now. Okay. I know that that it was a valid trade, right? But the volatility bands will move as price moves one way or the other. So that's the first one. And then this was the second one right here. This was a gold candle. There's the red sniper area above it. There's a red sniper line in the sniper layer, the red trend dash line, and also a crossover dot for an additional confirmation. Okay. So that was the two in GBP USD. You can see here, this one goes like 1 to 6. This one here goes, about 1 to 2.5. Then we had NZD CAD. This one went off yesterday morning, Thursday morning at 4:15 a.m. You can see that. I have that marked there, 4:15 a.m. And here's our red candle, red sniper arrow, red sniper line, and a red dash trend line, along with a crossover dot for an additional confirmation. So that's NZD CAD, right? Then I believe we had two more in NZD USD. Again, guys, this strategy does not win all the time. My last two months or so of testing, it wins a little bit over 50% of the time, right? And if you're doing a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio with this, you're going to make money. If you're just doing a 1 to 1, you're not going to make that much. You're not going to make that much at a 1 to 1. But as long as you have that 1 to 2, as long as you're averaging that one, at least a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio on your trades, you will make money winning just 50% of your trades. You actually make money just winning 40%. You actually break even if you only win 33% of your trades, right? So that's why I want to make sure you understand that, because all of these trades this week were winning trades. It wasn't like that the week before or the week before that. I can guarantee you that. Okay. So this is NZD USD. Right? 12:30 a.m. Wednesday morning, 3:15 a.m. Thursday morning. Okay, here's the first one right here. Right, NZD USD. There's the red arrow, red candle, red sniper arrow, red sniper line, and a red dashed trend line right there. right? The second one right here, right? NZD USD. There's our red arrow. There's our red sniper arrow. There's our red trend line. There's our red sniper line. And we have an additional crossover dot there as well, which is an additional confirmation. And then the last one I want to show you is USD JPY. USD JPY here, 2:30 a.m. on Thursday. Yesterday morning, 2:30 a.m. This ends up going for like past a 1 to 5, right? Let me show you that real fast. NU and these two NU trades here, NZD USD. This one went all the way to 1 to 8, and this one here went to just over a 1 to 3 before it reversed. Okay, and then USD JPY. This one ends up going past the 1 to 5 before it reverses. Again, we're going to either get out once we're up 2%, we just exit the trade, or once we're up 2%, we're going to sell half, move the stop loss to break even, and let it run. So we can't lose. Okay. Now, there's going to be sometimes we exit a trade. If there's news coming out, we may decide to just exit a trade, or we may just tighten up the stop loss on it. Okay. So those are the only times. Sometimes at the end of day, we may want to exit it. We may want to just exit a trade because at the start of the new day, the spreads are going to jump. I've seen spreads jump 34 pips or more that first half hour of trading from 5 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So sometimes you just get out. If you don't get out, you definitely have to do something with your stop losses, otherwise they're going to get hit. Okay, so this is USD JPY. That's the last image I have for you. USD JPY. That was a gold candle, right? Remember, for buys, it's blue or gold. For sells, it's red or gold. There's the blue sniper area below it. We have a blue sniper line, a blue sniper layer line, and we also had real-time diversions, one candle before that. So that's an additional confirmation. So those are the trades. That's the recap for this week, guys. And like I said, there were a lot of winning trades. I didn't even show you all of them. There were more than this. Using this strategy, this is our community's ATH RSI Sniper Pro strategy. Now, I use it on the 15-minute time frame, but in our community, the guys are using it on the 5-minute as well as the 1-minute, and some people are using it on the higher time frames as well. It all matters if they have jobs and how much time they have to trade. But regardless of whether you're working full-time or not, you can still use this strategy on the higher time frames, even if you only have less than 30 minutes where you can actually check the charts every day. Okay, so that's the strategy. We did do a webinar replay yesterday on Wednesday evening. I'm sorry, not yesterday, Wednesday evening. The community did a webinar replay doing an overview of our community, our company, our scanners, all our strategies. And so if you'd like the link to that, just drop a webinar down below here in the comments, and I will send you that link. Okay, so that's if you're on Facebook watching this, if you're on YouTube watching it, or wherever. I'll put the link right in the description area below. But if you're on Facebook or another social media platform, just message me and ask me for the link, and I will send it out to you. So that's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart, and always remember mindset. Mindset is 80% of the battle in trading. Have a great weekend.